Fight Night Live tonight and continuing through the summer with some outstanding boxing action on BT Sport. Joe Joyce at the OVO Arena, Wembley, July the 2nd, the Olympic silver medalist and now world heavyweight title contender, making his long-awaited return. And also on that card, a real cracker. And again, super bantamweight is the theme there. Jason Cunningham and the outstanding Zolani Tete of South Africa. That's all on July the 2nd, and July the 16th slated for Hamza Shiraz 2 weeks later at the Copper Box Arena. Shiraz now our young boxer of the year, continuing his quest to get to the very top against Francisco Emmanuel Torres. And so much to come tonight at the Telford International Centre. Novice pro Amaar Akbar, his first outing of 2022, and he's got a few friends from the look of it. Looking for a third straight win. Pat Barrett has taken it under his very accomplished wing, and a very durable international opponent we hear in the shape of the Margate-based Matar Sambou, who hails from Senegal. So we're all set. Here we go. Richie Woodall and John Rawling at ringside, and Thomas Treiber, MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue live on BT Sport with 4 rounds scheduled, and it is an international super lightweight contest. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red, Foot Asylum, and Unibet. Our timekeeper is Jason Booth. And when the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be Sean Messer. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing blue with gold and weighed in at 10 stone, 1 pound. Fighting out of Margate, Kent, England, by way of his native country of Senegal, he has 21 professional bouts to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matar Sambou. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing gray with blue and weighed in at 10 stone, 2 pounds. Hailing from Dewsbury, Yorkshire, he is undefeated with 2 victories. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Amaar, the Prodigy Akbar.
Okay, give me a good clean fight. When I say break, stop punching and step back. Obey me at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Understood? Touch gloves.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's coach loads of supporters come down from Yorkshire to watch the Keighley-based Muhammad Ali, who's already had a win against Brian Morena earlier on, and now Amaar Akbar in just his 3rd professional contest from Dewsbury. Is he going to satisfy the enthusiasm of this travelling support as well? He's got Pat Barrett in his corner, terrific fighter of years gone by. Pat, who had Zelfa Barrett winning European super featherweight title in Cardiff only last week, so he's on a crest of a wave at the moment and hoping that Akbar likewise can produce an impressive win today.
I like the look of Akbar, John. He's tall, rangy, started this very well on that front foot. He's in against an awkward southpaw in Sambou, who's tough, rugged. He's only been stopped once, remember. So Akbar started this sensibly behind that jab. He's got the height and reach. He's making it pay with that nice long lead hand.
Stands 5'11", and he's got the reach to go with that. Pat Barrett, who also trains Lyndon Arthur, of course. Akbar actually started as an MMA fighter, which was run by his dad, Zahir. Chris Aston spotted him up there, and his dad set up an amateur club so that his son could get experience.
Well, he's doing okay as well, John. He's obviously switched, and he's a decent fighter, is Akbar. Again, working well with his jab, whips that right uppercut occasionally downstairs, which is not a bad shot to throw against a southpaw, especially if the southpaw comes forward. And Sambou very flat-footed, and he's struggling straight away here, Sambou, to get to Akbar, who's boxing sensibly, like I said, behind that long reach.
And he looks nice and relaxed, doesn't he? There's not much tension in him, moves nicely. Pat Barrett, I was reading, says that in his opinion, he looks a little bit like an old-fashioned American fighter. Not carving out a style all of his own. Pat Barrett taking him on, having had his experience elsewhere, but he says that he's fitted into his gym really well.
He's boxing well here now. Lovely short little left uppercut on the inside there, and that right-hand counter as Sambou come forward. That wasn't too bad at all. So Akbar, good guard, boxing sensibly, not in that long reach of his. And like I say, Sambou's struggling here.
There are British flags behind me, there are Pakistan flags, and there are flags also just bearing the name of Amaar Akbar. They think that he's going to go places in the time ahead. How far? Well, that remains to be seen. But he's boxed very nicely in this opening round. Come towards the final seconds, and the 21-year-old from Dewsbury looks as though quite clearly he's got the opening 3 minutes in the bag. We're taking a little break now, more in a few moments.
Yes, they are electric, but there is more to them. They get to work while you recharge. And they have their own certain personality. They have the power to turn heads as well as wheels. So yes, they are electric, among other wonderful things.
Welcome back to Telford. Amaar Akbar in action against Matar Sambou. And here's some of his quality work from the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was decent, that was. Little left up, short left up got on the inside. Best punch of the round.
And comfortably taking that opening round. Sambou not badly hurt by any sense of the word, but just being nicely outboxed at this stage by Akbar, is using those size advantages to very good effect.
I can see why Pat Barrett likes him, because Pat Barrett was a hell of a fighter, he really was, and Akbar, he's showing some quality here. He's keeping his hands nice and high. He works well with his jab and his straight shots, but he'll also whip punches downstairs, right hooks, left hooks downstairs also. And then when he's on the receiving end, that was a little bit low. Referee has just acknowledged that. But when he's on the receiving end, John, he gets his hands up nice and high, tucks the elbows in, so he's been well schooled.
Pat Barrett, a former British and European super lightweight champion, his coach, who came very close to winning a world title as well. I think in other eras he may well have got to be a world champion. Had he been fighting now, there's a very real possibility that he might have got one of those cherished belts.
Absolutely, yeah, he was boxing when I was boxing, so I used to see him on different venues and that, and he was a terrific fighter, Pat Barrett, he really was. And he was avoided by a lot of fighters as well, a lot of boxers.
They knew.
Yeah, absolutely.
Switching his jab from head to body, Akbar. Very tight guard from Sambou. He's not really offering very much to go at. Came off the ropes and landed a decent left hand of his own there. Just a reminder of what he's capable of doing.
The only chance really that Sambou has got here is if Akbar just falls in and misses the target and holds his feet for a little bit too long. But Sambou's got to recognise that and then try and come back with a fast counter. But from the centre of the ring, there's only one man who's in control here.
Very, very busy is Matar Sambou. Had 12 fights in 2021 and 7 already this year.
You're just hearing Pat Barrett there saying, teasing with the jab, it'll come. He wants to frustrate the opponent with that shot, but now he's really stepping in and closing the gap and putting some power shots together, John.
And trying to vary the angles of his attack as well. Turned a right hand around that guard effectively. Matar fighting out of the southpaw stance. Hasn't really had very much apart from a couple of left-hand body shots in this round. Another clear round for the Yorkshire favourites. Amaar Akbar, 2 out of 2.
When was the last time you saw the world in a new light? A new electric experience is coming to you. Introducing the all-electric Genesis GV60.
Welcome back to Telford, and that was the shot I was talking about varying angles around the guard, beautifully done.
Yeah, super shot, just cornered his man there with some big punches.
Halfway through, and Amaar Akbar moving along, progressing nicely. Made his debut with victory in February last year against Chris Adaway, then beat Liam Richards in the October that followed. Now here for his 3rd professional outing.
Up to now, John, this is a well-disciplined display from Akbar.
Claiming it was low, referee doesn't agree and says no, it's not low, fight on. Sambou indicates it to the referee, and you know, it's always a bit of a sign, isn't it, when somebody complains to the ref that you've been hurt.
For me, he's totally frustrated. He can't get to Akbar. Akbar's boxing well with the long-range shots, but now he's closing the gap down with quick feet and then whipping the shots downstairs. So he's listening to his corner. He's breaking his opponent down with the jab. He's setting everything up. Like I say, it's a well-disciplined display up to now.
Yeah, he's not had to cope with too much coming back, but that's Richie telling you. By virtue of the fact that he really has boxed so well. Nice little uppercut inside there as Sambou tried to respond with some swinging hooks to the body.
And that's why that shot was so impressive, John. He was actually defending a couple of body shots on the elbows, and then he just an opportunity to land that right uppercut as he's defending. That's good work.
Yeah, it's looked a classy operator as Amaar Akbar. Again, just a youngster, 21 years old, many years still to come, time to develop, time to mature as a fighter. Long days put in preparation and work in the gym, very much a work in progress, but you suspect that being where he is, he's in good hands.
Absolutely. Again, cracking jab, boxing at distance. Sambou's actually landed a couple of left hands in this round, a couple of nice sneaky shots, had a little bit of success, but again, Akbar's back into his rhythm, dictating things off that front foot again.
Spell inactive did Sambou. He actually tried to get into the last Olympics, but lost out in the opening round of the African qualifying series. So didn't take part, and then went back and came back to the professional game, and he's reinvented himself as a journeyman.
He's in trouble here, John. Actually, he's got caught with a couple of good shots, and now he's being backed up. This is better work from Akbar. He's landed a couple of solid right hands, and it's made Sambou really go back into a shell here. If he could get a stoppage, this would be a cracking result. This fella's only been stopped once, remember.
Left hand to the body was arguably a scoring shot from Sambou, but very, very dominant there from Amaar Akbar. There's his supporters, very happy with what they're seeing, especially the man who's got that air horn.
Yeah, yeah, they've come down, haven't they? There's the flags, John, you talked about, but some good stuff from Akbar here. Look, watch him defend these 2 shots and then whips a right uppercut through. That's lovely boxing. Good defence, and then whips a right uppercut through the middle. So yeah, dominant round again from Akbar. And this is when he really had him in trouble.
Akbar's army's happy.
Yeah, they are. And they've come in their truckloads, busloads, should I say.
Okay, smart as fuck. Right, beautiful boxes.
Pat's happy with what his man is showing. Akbar the prodigy, that's what they call him. And the noise comes up from his travelling little army of supporters, Akbar's army, as the flag said. An army which you suspect might grow if he keeps on producing polished performances like this.
I think it will. I've been really impressed with this lad tonight. I think he's used his physical advantages very well. You can see he's well scored. Again, that's a cracking bit of boxing there. He just defends a shot with that right hand, blocks it, and then throws it, fires straight back. Good boxing there. Off the ropes as well.
Good hand speed. Oohs and ahs from the Yorkshire faithful. Using that reach so well and getting in and out of range.
Sambou just trying to keep those hands up, trying to block the shots. A little bit wild there with that left hand. He's just trying for one shot now, isn't he? One shot to try and land, but he's way off target. And again, Akbar's just boxing sensibly, John, not getting too involved, too mixed up with it.
I don't doubt we'll see Akbar in action again very soon. I know that Queensbury, Frank Warren's promotion company, will want to keep him busy, want to keep the learning process going, and I've no doubt that Pat Barrett would love to see him back out in, well, maybe a couple of months or so, maybe quicker, you never know.
Definitely quicker. If they're only 4 rounders every 6 weeks, he could be out. Have a little bit of a rest and then back in the gym, and then you start again. 5-6 weeks, he should be boxing. And he's with a good coach. Pat Barrett knows his stuff, and yeah, I like what I see here. And Pat, I think, will be pleased with his boxer's performance here.
Patient and disciplined.
Yeah. Against a fairly rugged opponent.
Yeah, somebody who's tough, somebody who's durable, and he's not gone in there trying to showboat to his fans, trying to produce something really eye-catching. He's just doing a good professional performance. Yeah,
listen to his corner, and he's boxed sensibly. He's turned it on at the right times as well, and produced some nice eye-catching work. So yeah, I like what I see here.
Last 10 seconds of the fight, and it's surely going to be confirmation that he's won 4 rounds out of 4. Sambou just getting in with a straight left hand, but there the Yorkshire contingent get to their feet and celebrate, because they know that there can only be one result here.
Only one winner here, and Pat Barrett there very, very pleased with Akbar. Good performance overall, sensible boxing, boxed to his strengths, mid and long range, but also whipped in a few nice uppercuts and left hooks also downstairs, so showed a bit of variety. But yeah, overall, over the 4 rounds, that's a good display.
Sambou bowing to all corners of the arena. Let's look again at some of the action from that last round when Akbar was just boxing his way comfortably towards victory.
Yeah, excellent double jab there, and that right hand just to finish the move off. Here's on. This is that shot. That's a cracking shot. That is defended with the right hand, and then just caught him with a short right hand to counter.
Thomas Stryber, I think, has got the result. Mr. Messer wants the 2 fighters in the middle of the ring. There they are. And now Thomas Stryber, is he ready? Yes, he is. Let's go in there. Here's the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Sean Messer, scores this contest 40-36 for your winner. And still undefeated, Amaar, the prodigy Akbar.
Thomas Stryber there. Obviously, the object of the exercise is not to get Akbar beaten at this stage. But in fairness as well, these prospects tonight in these 4-rounders, they're not giving them the results, Anthony, are they? You know, Sambou made Akbar work there pretty hard and think perhaps also more pertinently. What did you think of it?
No, I thought, again, like you just said there, good opponent, good learning fight. I thought Akbar was very, very impressive. I was interested to watch him. I've heard a lot about him, and I think when Pat Barrett gives praise out, he's worth watching because he's not too easy to please. But I thought he was very good then, used his advantages really well. Looked very settled for someone who'd only had 3 fights in the professional ring. Now I was very impressed.
That was actually the first time that Pat Barrett's been in the corner. I'd be intrigued to know what he thought from up close because he wasn't available, I understand, for the preceding fight. And Chris Aston, who we know and remember, worked with this young man when he first turned professional. But in terms of style, he comes pre-packaged, if you like, to Barrett. Barrett built Lyndon Arthur from scratch and Zelfa Barrett. This is a slightly different proposition in that way, isn't it?
Stylistically, yeah, he is a little bit different, but I can see the way, I think we've seen it with Zelfa, I know very well, the way he whips the right hook in, then he's got, you know, that jab of Lyndon, which I know Pat's very keen on, a fighter establishing the jab, which I think every coach should be, but he'll be drilling that into them. It'll go over and over till he gets it right. But I think there's a lot to work with there. I think he's very, very, very good talent.
And is it the case normally, David, that if you get 2 or 3 very good fighters working every day in the same gym with the same trainer, inevitably you start to just look a bit more like